Welcome, everybody. This is Roger of the Misfit Effect. And of course, I'm joined with my wonderful, beautiful, spectacular, always juicy co-host, the lovely Miss Sarah Lace.
Hey, that's right. I am back in my bedroom filming again. Right now my camera is off limits, but I am still here. And today, honestly, I am bringing you a goddess. Okay, not just a goddess, but the
The goddess.
goddess,
Aw.
Miss Ebony Mystique. I feel like more people know
Hello.
you than they know me, to be
So,
honest. And I
so,
love
You,
so,
you
Ebony
know
Mistake.
what? Fuck that. Everybody, we for everybody. We for the universe, so they all know. They
So,
know.
it.
for Miss Mistake, for the poor souls out there, that person who's been under a rock for the last few years, who need to know better. Tell us,
Mhm.
who are you?
I'm Ebony Mystique, the mother effing goddess.
That's right.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm the Barb, I'm the Barb of the era. I have my own trends. I'm in my own lane. I love
Mhm.
everybody.
And we
I'm not
love
the
you.
drama queen, but I am the queen. I just love love, and I love what the industry, we talking about the adult industry, has brought to me in my life and my peers, and it's just an amazing time. So I guess I'm the fairy. I'm the fairy. I'm a fairy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I do remember hearing that I think you used to be a nurse before this. Is that correct? So, I
I
mean,
did
I
used to
know.
be a nurse. I'm retired now, but once a nurse, always a nurse. So
Mhm.
I still hold my licensure. I just don't practice anymore. It's still
Yeah,
active. So.
absolutely. But honestly, I feel like that's what makes it greater when we go to like events. You see, we get like we get shy and some of us will get like panic attacks and stuff like that. And it's great knowing that a fellow performer is actually there and is able to help if at any point we need it, you know? It makes it a
Mhm.
safer environment knowing that like we have not just like veterans and stuff like that, but we actually have medical professionals who are on the scene as well.
That's amazing. I never thought about it like
Mm,
that. Which I should, because legally, if anything was to go down, I'm still obliged to have to first line things because I hold the licensure. So it has happened to me on the plane. It has happened to me at an amusement park, but never in the adult industry. Yeah.
I've
Or when you're not at work and it's
yeah.
like, do they have anybody that's a medical professional, a nurse or a doctor on the plane? You'd be
Mhm.
like, God damn it, I just had a goddamn mimosa.
Right? I hadn't even think of that, but yes, like you still have to, I don't know, have to, but you still need to
the what do they
help,
call
you
it, the
know?
Hippocratic
Feel that
oath.
instinct as well.
Right, exactly. Yeah, and it is something you have to do legally if something was to happen and you didn't respond because you are a first responder, whether you're on work or off work, even in
Mhm.
retirable. You see sometimes where the police be retired police or off duty police and they
Mhm.
still do police work.
Yeah.
It's just one of them things that you swear into. So
Hmm.
I just
Okay.
haven't had to use
That's
it in a
awesome to
while.
know.
I haven't had to save a life, but I do take them and I give souls. I take souls to
Mm.
give them back, and I know anatomy
Borrow
very
that.
well. I know anatomy very well.
Absolutely. But see, one of the reasons why you haven't had to do this at a convention is first of all, they're always going to have medical staff there. Uh, for example, Exotica and AVN, they're really big about performer safety.
We are.
But we don't really have to think about our own safety. But at the end of the day, it's great to think like, oh, if anything happens, bam, we've got a
I got you.
registered
We got
nurse
I
on
got you.
scene. We
we got
got
we
it.
got
I
we got we
got you.
got we got Miss Mystique right
Mhm.
here to
I
save our
got you.
lives.
Exactly.
So there's a few things that I wanted to talk about, but
Woo.
I did want to hit on this first because I want to know what all you're doing here. So, what is Studio Space? And tell us about Studio Space. It's called Studio Space. That's what it's called. That's what he told me it was called. Your place downtown LA.
Oh
No.
no, it's called Luxury Journey Studio. That's why I was like, huh?
See, no,
Yeah,
no,
I had so
right
it
here.
was
It
doing
says
very well. It was doing very well, very well. I have so before I did adult entertainment, just to kind of back up a little bit and why it maybe did better than than if I didn't. I had already had connections in LA because I used to do celebrity fashion design. And with that being said, a few of my clients were able to use my space when I first started, and they
Mhm.
assisted with promotion. Promotion is very important. I think, especially when you're trying to get off the ground on something and utilize the money that you made into marketing. So that's what I decided to do. So, but it did very well in LA. However, I had moved to Las Vegas about a year later. My lease was up in LA at that warehouse. So I moved it to Las Vegas in a home that I was also utilizing as a content home.
Mhm.
Uh, and companies were running it out. It was just a good thing. But that lease was up. So right now, at the moment, I packed it all up. I have spending a lot of money on storage because I'm back in LA and I'm right now trying to cultivate whether or not how I want it to look like. I think I might do it in the Airbnb spectrum and still utilize it as like a content like a peer space, but it's
Yeah,
hard to kind of put those both things in practice because if you have a full booking as like a all day booking, it's different from a same day booking. So I'm just trying to figure out how I want to go with this, but it was very much, it was so much fun for me, and it gave people a place where they could not only do adult work because I didn't mind adult work in my studios. It
Mhm.
also gave people just a really nice look at things because I love aesthetics and details, and it's just a gag for me. It did well.
I
Okay,
love
look,
that. I'm
I just
I'm very big into aesthetics. So I
I
love
love
being able to
it.
find a shoot house that has the look that I'm going for, you know, and we don't have to move things around.
This part. And I think that if you think about just anything in consumerism, I mean, if you think about a restaurant or if you think
Mm,
about if it's a salon that you go to or a vacation or a hotel while you're on vacation, people usually book things that look good to them.
exactly.
Yeah. Make them
and
feel happy or they
Mm,
spending their money well. So that's real important to me.
see
Hmm.
one thing I do like about that is it's like because people come to my home and shoot sometimes, but it's like, sometimes you don't want everybody to know where you live at.
This
So,
part.
and like, don't get me wrong, like, there haven't been anyone that there's never been requested someone I don't like to come to my crib,
mm,
but it's just like someone who I know shot here the other day. This is gonna be a month later, so it might be a while for y'all. But like, I'm like, you can shoot here with this person, but you have to get a whole like, you gotta talk to me about anybody else,
Right.
because
mm.
like, I love people in the industry, but some of these people like. I don't want to have to like watch my cameras every day because of it, you know?
Yeah.
So just to piggyback on that, I was very successful in Las Vegas and that was my home. I had a 6 bedroom home. You know it's Vegas, you pay for the
Yeah.
square footage. Very nice.
Mm,
And I even had companies in contract with me to shoot like for instance browsers.
mm,
Those type of things, if especially if you share the space, like they have that on Airbnb now. It'd be like book
mm.
with Johnny. Like you can book a room in somebody's house that they live in. My
Yeah.
thing was always to keep a space where I can lock things up or take things that were super sentimental to me because I had already made the decision that I'm opening up my space to these
Hmm.
people because you can get if you're thinking that my thought was this is personal. My thought was I can get robbed when I'm on vacation and not home, but
Yeah.
I can and I'm not making no money. As a matter of fact, they taking it from me. Or I could create a space where, I like it, but I'm also sharing it. So I'm not going to put materialistic things that are super sentimental to me in this home because I'm sharing it with people.
Yeah.
So the way I decorate now, to them it look fly, but to me, I know that I'm not going to put my 1,000% and put my most prized possessions in this space
Mm,
because there is a possibility that someone can adorn it enough to take it from me, and I don't like that. I don't like that. So that's another reason why I said like Airbnb and things where like if you were to get into like booking your home and letting people enter it, they have like insurance for your
Mhm.
shit. So it's just about you documenting your stuff before and after a booking and being able to show it was there and now it's gone and these the motherfuckers that took it. they usually recuperate your money for you.
Hmm.
Sometimes things can't be recuperated, sentimental things and stuff, but at least you don't walk away just with a thief and nothing. So I would think if you ever are thinking about doing like studio work or maybe sharing your home for monetization, you just put things in practice where you protect yourself because things happen. It's just the
Yeah,
risk. It's just the risk of it.
absolutely. And the same with everything. There's always a risk.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that, even if it's minimal risk, there's always at least some kind of risk.
Mm-hmm.
And it's great to actually have an environment that is safe and is adult friendly by adult entertainers, you know? And I feel like that's one of the things is like, one of the things I try to find when I'm looking for a shoot house is like, okay, are they performers or like, you know, within industry adjacent, or is it just a civilian who is just like, oh yeah, you can do whatever. Like, there's still a kind of like balance to that as well.
It's important if you want to have a successful production and not get it interrupted or being taken down because a lot of people, when they do have these spaces, you have to make sure that they allow adult productions,
Mm-hmm.
because it can get sticky. You can lose your accounts, and the way it's hard to get them back. Even if you try to make a new email, it's like they got your computer. What is that?
Yeah, yeah,
IPR.
Oh
yeah,
yeah, the IP address.
Yeah,
mhm.
that's how only Airbnb is. It's a lot of creators. They just want to go and have a nice time. They may put in together and got a nice space, and the next thing you know, they can't even book no more. And no matter what they do, because you got to show your ID, and
That's why
it's like
that's why I like Gigster, that website,
Gixter is
because
good.
you can actually click adult filming in there and it'll break down ones you can do. And the thing is, it's like even though I don't record a lot of sex, even if I'm just doing like a nude photo shoot and I'm using
Mm-hmm.
their services, I'm like adult filming, even though I'm just taking pictures because I want to be on the safe side. I want them to look because some have cameras in there, some don't.
Mm-hmm,
And if they have a
mm-hmm.
camera in there, I don't want someone to like to just show their titty. And it's like you're filming nudity, you're filming
It
sex,
is not a good look. Your
and it's
whole
like
production, your time, the vibe be off. They telling you that but you
Mm-hmm.
got to get out. They gonna call the police. It's just a mess. It's a mess. It's a
it's
mess.
like
Yeah.
it's too much sometimes. It's just like I can't. And then you guys like talk to them about what do they consider adult filming, like
You
adult
do.
pictures, because like
Yeah.
you can say, okay, well, we allow new pictures, but we don't allow sex, we don't allow penetration.
So
Uh,
what I have found though, but maybe it's just LA, I don't know. But I got in away with it in Miami too. Not to try to put any horns out there, but usually if they allow nudity and
Mm-hmm.
they stipulate it, they will allow. Now I'm not like I've gotten away with full blown boy, girl. Like I just said fuck it. But I'm not advising that. But I'm saying usually if it's like a solo thing or just like if you want to do some solo content with
Mm.
yourself, boy, girl, a boy or a girl. I'm saying solo,
Yeah.
and they allow nudity, usually you can get away with doing like a cool solo, but like I don't know. I push it to the limit. I do. I do.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
well,
That's
It's
I
not
will
how I am
advisable. I'm
too.
not advising that. I'm not.
I
But
will say you could tell
I've gotten some
some
good
things.
luck with this shit. I've gotten some
Mm.
real good luck. And I don't know. I don't advise it, but just be careful when since we was talking about it, might as well give a disclaimer. Just read and if you can be a little bit more verbal in what the production is, because it is hell when you in the middle of doing something and you got it and they mess it up. It's like we was
Yeah.
almost there.
And you
Like
can tell too
Mm-hmm.
sometimes because like if they have like because some places that I've used on Gigster have cameras like placed it and you can see them, and then some don't, and you could tell like they're more relaxed with it, but others like you feel if it feels like they're sitting there the entire time you're there, like I'm
Like
watching you.
that sitting or like that sitting.
right.
Yeah,
One of them.
Well,
Both. Both.
right? Probably
and
both.
Both.
and it is what it is, but I know that it's always a risk to come with it, you
Mhm.
know. But the thing is,
Absolutely. I have been kicked out of B&Bs before, and I
It's just
Honestly,
not
we didn't do
fun.
anything too crazy. We were just doing we started out just doing bikini photos outside and then just, went topless and stuff. And the neighbors complained and bam, got kicked out. The person who booked that B&B did get banned, but
Mhm.
luckily it was a group of us, so someone else was able to get one right after. And we were able to like just move on, but they had just done the intro of like a pool boy scene, and basically they were going to go inside, because this when they got kicked out, mind you, I was on set, I was filming somewhere, and they were like, we're gonna pack up your stuff really quick because we gotta go. And I was
Like
like,
what?
what were y'all doing? They're like,
So you're
nothing.
you're in a position. You're packing
Yeah.
your stuff up. You're
Like literally.
Mhm. And I was like, oh my
It's
god.
probably a time
I'm
for another
I'm
show,
sorry.
but we
I'm
could
sorry.
talk about those.
I'm sorry to
Like that.
laugh at that, but that's hilarious.
Because
No, but
I
it's
saw the
not when it's
footage.
happening. You be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I saw the footage and they didn't do anything crazy. She was just like this in a full bikini and everything, and he was just, fake cleaning the pool. He went over to her and then they walked inside, and that was it. Luckily, they got that intro. So when they moved to the second B&B, they were able to do the rest of the stuff inside. But they were already thinking like, damn, what if we didn't even get this intro? They're like, we would have been just completely shit out of luck.
That's why I want to do. That's why I really enjoyed, and I don't think that it was only the fact that it was successful. I think people were just really comfortable in the space,
Yeah.
and able to like, and I had so many different sets. Like if you wanted to be like a '90s girl, I had like I just went in, and I think that would drove me to like want to do more and keep it going. So that's where I'm at right now with it. It's just sometimes you at least I think it's better, especially when you do like you got to consider that too, like moving. For me with LA, I would have kept it in LA. I was doing very well. It's just like the
Mhm.
building owners changed and they had a
Mm.
different vision and it's like, but I need another year. Like, come
Right?
on. So that be the other thing when you doing things and you don't own things and now you gotta relocate things. So
Exactly.
that's another thing. That's like a whole nother story, but it's just like longevity and consistency and people being able to recognize and come back to this like okay, I
Mhm.
know this space. That's comfort too, because we could say that's their like shooting. When I'm booked and it's a location that I know, I'm not
Mhm.
as anxious about getting there on time if I'm getting Ubered or not, if I'm driving or not, because I kind of know where it's at. It'd be
Exactly.
more the like the anxiety about like because you don't want to be late, and it'd be like you got to kind of track things because you got to be there.
Hmm. Right? Exactly. Like, not trying to say that all models are late, but like LA traffic, we forget
You
sometimes.
can never tell.
Like,
It'd be a Sunday and this shit is 2 hours late because they done took it off because it's the Oscars night. So that you never could like
yeah.
gauge LA.
Because last time I flew into LA, I didn't realize that this was happening, but I was like, why is there so much traffic? And people were complaining so much. And they're like, oh, yeah, the marathon's going on.
See?
Everything's like shut down around here. And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. Like, that's not something that you can really like plan ahead unless you know what events are happening there?
Hmm.
So I ended up being like 30 minutes late for something. But it was just like, I was like, I'm sorry. I tried to be 20 minutes early and ended up 30 minutes late.
Speaking on that, like I learned the biggest. I don't know if I'm gonna get super into it, but I learned the biggest lesson yesterday. Like late is late. Like late is late.
Mm-hmm.
Like I learned the biggest lesson yesterday, and it like took over my mind and my body and my soul. That's how I know I learned the lesson because I was
Yeah.
consumed in what happened, and it was like it don't even have to be that you. It could be like a human error. Sometimes you put something wrong in your phone, like a time, or you might be in a different part of the world, like a state, which is on
Yeah.
PST, but this is for EST. So, but your phone sees PST right now. You get what I mean? So
Yeah.
it logs wrong. And my point is like in our industry, thank God they're a little bit more lenient because like in other industries, like 20 minutes is super, super, super detrimental. Like, and sometimes you don't want to lie. Because you could
Exactly.
lie and be like, I'm late because I got COVID. Or I'm late because I just took a test and it's this cold. Or I got in a car accident. But
Yeah.
that's not like how many times, hopefully you're not late like that where it be too many times. But my point is, where do you just be like human about the fucking shit? Like responsible, like, no, I fucked up, but I'm
Mhm.
on my way. Sometimes that shit do not it don't matter. Like even if they need you, you do the feature girl, and it can't nobody else play Sarah but Sarah. Like it'd be
Mhm.
like where can like certain industry like ooh, I learned it. I learned it. I learned it. So time is very important.
Exactly.
Time is very important. You'll learn when you miss a flight. Like, but it's
Yep.
out. Like,
Absolutely.
but wait, the plane's still right there. We closed the doors, man. But you don't understand. I'm 3 minutes late. Like three.
See, that happened to me in
Mhm.
December, and I call that BS because it wasn't my
Yeah.
fault because I was coming from a small city airport and like it was the only one I could take. And it took me from this one to Atlanta, and Atlanta, you know, is huge as elf. And the thing is, they were just
Mhm.
lollygagging around in Montgomery, and it was like, okay, we're on the tarmac for like 45 minutes. And when I got to dang old Atlanta, and we had to rush to get to the other side. They said, "Oh, we closed the door 3 minutes ago," and I'm like, "It's not my fault. I
Mhm.
can't make a plane take off." And this dude was like, "Y'all could have held it for 4 more minutes. You know, I was on my way. I had
The plane
already
you saying
landed."
right there.
I'm like, yeah, it was still sitting there. I'm like, I had already landed when before this plane took off. Y'all were boarding, yes, but I can't. Like I had to run
Mhm.
from the like, you know how big Atlanta is. Atlanta Airport is. It's crazy.
Horrible.
And
I
like
just I just flew through there a couple days ago and I was like, this is
yeah, and I had to
insane.
like when I got on the train, I had to get off at that like two stops down. Then it was on the other. I'm like, this is nonsense. And it's like I missed my plane. And they were like, well, we can get you on in the morning. And I'm like,
In the
no.
morning.
And I'm
Right?
like,
Yeah.
I don't feel like standing. Like I don't mind. I could be. I got people. I got my folk in that I know in Atlanta, but I'm not
Mhm.
trying to stay the night here.
Oh.
And then on my bags, and I'm like, that means like I can't take a shower right now because like in the morning.
Uh,
Mhm.
So I won't be on here all funk. I mean,
Yeah.
I can take a shower at the whatever, but I gotta put the same clothes back on, so I'll be all funkified. Uh, at the like looking at people like, oh, you wearing the same clothes you wore
Yeah.
yesterday. Like, no, don't look at me. No, ew. And then yeah, it was, and I'm like, oh my God. And then they said,
it be
well,
one of them
and then
things,
they
the
said, we,
time. That's what I'm
and
trying
then,
to say. Like,
and then I paid for first class. I rarely pay for first class, but I actually paid for first class this time. We can put you in the first line of coach. It was the coach
ooh,
class.
uh-uh.
Like, no, I
Unless you're
like
reimbursing that money.
yeah, I think they were gonna reimburse me like half of it. And like
Mm,
and I'm like, it's not worth it. 'Cause, like I said,
yeah.
because it's and I'm not gonna say the airline, but I don't like the airline already. And I only did it because it was the one that went into the small city.
Hmm.
And that was the only reason I paid for it all the way through because it went into Montgomery. And I'm like, oh my God. So I'm
Oh
sorry.
my God.
I had a
If it
little
make you
rant.
feel any better, I missed a flight in Atlanta too. If it makes you feel any better.
I'm sorry.
Atlanta
No,
is
I'm
like
sorry.
the biggest
I
airport
had
in the whole
a
wide world.
I had
Hmm.
I was
Honestly, one of the worst
mad about that the
things,
entire.
I feel like one of the worst things that at least I've gone through in a sense was I was sprinting towards that gate. I saw that gate close as I was running there, and they were like, I'm sorry. They were literally saying, like, I'm sorry as they're closing the gate. And I'm like, what? Just still going, come on, please, please, please. And they're like,
I'm
I'm
telling you.
sorry.
Oh no,
So the
this is
biggest lesson I learned was like time. And you see how in them moments it's like, girl, we'll put you on another flight. They're not about to, it's just like, bitch,
Mhm.
open the and then you can't even act like that because now you're going
Yeah,
to jail.
exactly.
and
Like ain't nothing you could do. Ain't
and this was
nothing you could do
December
but
twenty
take that
third.
lick, take that lick.
This was
Exactly.
December
All I
23rd
do is
also.
just stand there and pout, like,
And it
get
could have even
out
not
the
even been
flight.
your fault. You could have been up at 4 a.m. Had your coffee, was there, did everything
Yeah.
right, but still, you be
Hmm.
like, stop
Sometimes they
fucking
change the
Oh,
date
playing.
on you at the last
you want to
minute.
make it even worse? You know how they say get to the airport 2 hours early? So
Hmm.
I got to the small town airport, and like when I got there, they said, "Oh, that is a big cup." I'm sorry. When I got there, when I got there, they said, "Oh, no one's working the desk now. You got, we'll start opening the door like an hour
Oh.
before." So I did get through everything, and then like we were just on the tarmac for freaking ever. So I'm not a like I wrote a bad report about it. I was mad because it was December 23rd, and I just was trying to get
Oh,
I was just trying to get home so I can
that's
go
a
to
rough
sleep in
day to
my
fly.
bed.
So,
So
to
anyway,
turn
I'm
this
sorry.
into fun
I'm
things.
sorry. Yeah, it's been fun. So Miss Mystique,
So,
what do you do for fun? What is a fun day in Mystique world?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Like from start to finish?
No, it's like what do you do for fun? Like, you wake up, you say, you know
Oh.
what? I want to have some fun today.
Oh, it depends. It depends. I like a lot of shit.
I don't want to think about porn. I just want to have a me day.
Okay. Well, I was gonna do start to finish because I have a few of those. I'm giving them to myself. So
Ooh.
like I like not even fuck with my phone when I wake up.
Mhm.
Like I won't if it's a fun
Facts.
day for me, like I'm not seeing no phones, none of them. I'm not doing none of
Ooh.
that shit for like at least an hour or two. It's hard to do, but
Yeah.
I don't mess with it. If anything, I'll turn on YouTube or I'll get on my I'll trade a stock or two. I'll do something that is like stimulating my mind and it
Mhm.
be about me. This is a fun day for me. I like will go get my shower, put my makeup on, make myself feel real cute,
Mhm.
and then I'll probably be taking it off because I do things backwards. I'll book a facial and
Mhm.
a massage day. Um, but I'll go out to eat, like somewhere I like to eat and just go home and just relax. That is really a good day for me, like a fun day. Like very much pamper, very much like my senses are being
Mhm.
activated. I'm being touched. I'm feeling pampered. I'm feeling like
Mhm.
I'm doing something for myself. I'm eating the type because I'm a foodie. I'm eating like at one of my favorite restaurants. It's a me date.
What
Mhm.
type of
And
food do you enjoy?
yeah, all kinds. I like African food. I like Asian food, Italian food. I'm
Mhm.
a seafood girl too, so it just depends on how I'm feeling. But maybe I'll like watch something because I don't really watch TV. But that's how I know it's a fun day, like relaxing day about me. If I'm turning the TV on and like binge watching Squid Games or something,
Mhm.
like yeah, that is fun. That's what I would consider fun. Just like I would like a fulfilling day. A
Yeah.
fulfilling day. That's fun to me. We're no like but it's hard. There is not a day where I don't work in some aspect or form.
Mhm.
So there is
Like
no like date where I don't work. I work
every day.
every day.
I mean, because I've been the same way. Like she can tell you because I'm always, like I have fun. I sit back with everybody, but I'm always on my phone, like doing side things. I'm like,
Mhm.
because I do something outside of this whatever. So I got to make sure that is together. So, but like I was trying to say earlier, like I love seafood, but I am probably the most anti-Italian food person you may meet. And
Mhm.
I hate anything with a noodle.
It might be you might be texture
Yeah,
person.
I taste the starch in every noodle. Like I can't eat spaghetti, ravioli,
You might like
uh,
meatballs.
Roman noodles. It's like I
I
taste
know.
the like I would take garlic bread and I would dip it in the pasta sauce and all the stuff like that. But when it comes to the freaking noodle, it's the most disgusting thing in the world to me.
That works. You might just be like a meatball person or like
Yeah, I can do
um
meatballs. I just can't
Right?
like a sauce person.
yeah,
You know?
but I
Mhm.
think it's majority of Italian food has some sort of a noodle to it,
For
Most of
sure.
it,
and
but there are like
yeah.
flat breads, like real authentic Italian food is more
Mhm.
about bread and sauce, not so much the noodle.
Hmm. That's true.
Then I need
I
to
should take him
explore
to an
more.
Italian restaurant
Yeah,
next time.
like a good
What
pie or pizza or like
Yeah.
flatbread or
I
something.
since
Hmm.
like my friend is forcing me. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm forcing my friend to cook with me. I got a whole bunch of cookbooks, and I told him I said, okay, since you're Italian, give me an Italian cook like a send me a link for one. And I'm thinking they sent me a link for like a tiny cookbook that had probably like, 30 recipes. It's really thin. They sent me a book that's like the size of this box of oatmeal, I mean oatmeal, Girl Scout cookies. It's probably a little bit
Oh my
thicker.
God, the size of a Bible.
Yeah, if you like the one that was on is on my in my cookbook,
Yeah.
that really thick, thick,
Mhm.
thick one for no damn reason. And it's like, okay, I don't like Italian. Why you make the Italian book bigger than all my cookbooks together?
Yeah, they got some. They
Because
got
you're
some
bound to
shit.
find at least one recipe
Oh
you like.
God. We'll see. I haven't
Mhm.
thoroughly looked at it yet.
I love food. I love
Yeah, I'm a,
food.
like
Me
I
too.
like but like I'm a seafood like I love seafood more than anything else. But
Mhm.
everybody doesn't like, the same seafood I enjoy.
Mhm.
Because
Which ones do you like?
I wish I can get some alligator out here in LA. Some good alligator, not bad alligator. Like there's someone who used to make this alligator chili, and they don't make it anymore.
Oh
So
Ooh,
wow.
good,
sounds good.
yes. And it was random too because it was a black soul food place
Mm.
in the middle of Koreatown,
Mm.
Yes.
and like
Okay.
I'm like I miss that alligator. But then like I like frog legs, I like stuff like that,
Mhm.
I
like
would eat that. I've had it before.
and like
Mhm.
a lot of people don't like that stuff at all. So it's like, okay.
Until they try it and don't know it's frog
Right.
legs and talk about this chicken is good.
Yeah, because it tastes like
Mhm.
chicken. And it's like I don't even know where I can get some like hard shell is it hard called hard shell crab? That's delicious to me. I
Mm.
get the only thing I hate to do is when I'm trying to get some dango crawfish. Is it crawfish? Where you got to spend like 30 minutes just to get a little piece of damn meat that's this big.
Both
Yeah.
crab and crawfish.
And
Shit.
Mhm.
I'm gonna you spend all your energy up just trying to get a little little damn piece of
Yeah.
There's a really good restaurant in LA called Crustaceans. They actually take the crab meat out and put it on like your noodles or your food. You should try it.
Ooh.
So you don't
My
have
mouth
to.
just watered.
Oh, I love that place, Crustaceans.
I know when it comes to crab in general. I
Mhm.
just because like my mom loves it too. It's crazy too because all my siblings are allergic to crab, and all like and my niece isn't. So we all just sit back and eat it, and just look at them while they can't even touch it because they'll die. But
You know
like
Oh,
what's funny?
I just bought her a whole kit. I'm like, look. I'm tired of coming to your house and you make crab legs and I have to fight with the crabs. So I bought her a whole opening kit just so I
yeah.
can enjoy. Just so
That's
I can enjoy.
awesome.
It is a task
Mhm.
Oh my God.
See,
to get a
mind
little
you,
bit of nothing.
I'm the kind of person that has like big eyes and a little stomach. So I like going out to eat with certain people who at least understand that and let me pick like one or like two things basically, and we will share as a table.
I
I
like that
love
too.
doing that where it's like
Oh man, I was
everyone
just
picks something and we're all just gonna like share that way we can taste the different flavors that restaurant has, you
Yeah, I
know?
like that too.
Mm-hmm. I love doing that where sometimes it'll be where everyone orders like two appetizers if it's like one of those places that have like a ton of like appetizers or like tapas vibes.
Mm.
And we just go full
Tablets
foodie.
vibes. Okay.
you know what though?
Mm-hmm.
I will say this. The place you just said, they have they have this filet mignon that looks so good right now and I'm getting hungry, so I
Ooh.
better start
I'm
looking at
getting
it.
so hungry.
We'll
Oh
go
my
get
God.
off here. Yeah, I wasn't hungry. I had me like a
I
nice little
wasn't
snack,
hungry,
and
but
then Miss Ebony Mystique came on here and showed me some filet mignon. Now I'm hungry as
man,
heck.
I think I think it's a good idea to roll into that type of content, just lifestyle content. So if
Mm-hmm.
you do cook, They
Mhm.
just eat it up. They want to know what we eat. They want to know how we live, what we do,
Mhm.
what if we fart.
I
Like,
know.
you know,
Girls don't fart.
girls, we fart glitter, baby.
Mhm.
Just glitter, but
Glitter and
we're
rainbows.
just girls, but they're really into it.
Just
Just
for
like not to bring her up because I don't know if this has anything to do with our conversation, but like with cooking with Kaya, the thing about it was just showing somebody in their natural state cooking something, presenting it in a nice way, and food is porn. People thing just
Mhm.
like have you ever seen like an Instagram reel come up and then somebody cooking and then presenting? You be like how we hungry as hell. We be like I'm hungry as
Right?
No,
I'd be
but
like,
no,
like
oh,
I
there,
have to
you
try
like
that
chicken? How'd you make
recipe.
that?
and
Yeah.
I say this with no disrespect to any culture, race, or whatever. So there is this lady on Instagram, and like she's Caucasian, but her accent is so damn Southern. It's like she was raised by
See
Mm.
that young girl with a black boyfriend?
uh cake. It's a cake cross or something like
I think I
that.
know who you're talking about.
And
It's a gap.
it just she just sounds really like she has been through some things in the South. And like
Mhm.
I've made some of the stuff that she's cooked in her Instagram like really quick, and it's so good. And it is the only besides Snoop Dogg's, it is the only like chef like real chef cookbook that I have in my house. Because
Period.
I do have Snoop Dogg's cookbook.
How is it?
I've looked at it. I haven't and I well Snoop and what's my guy name? The Goon.
Mm.
Brain
I literally just saw that cookbook a
well,
few days ago, but I
I've
forgot.
looked at it. I haven't had a chance to cook out
Mm.
of it yet. And but I've looked
He
at some of the
just got
recipes,
it this
and
week.
it looks like some everyday recipes that anybody can make, but it's like E40. I'm sorry, E40.
Oh, E40, yes.
E40's cookbook.
Hmm.
So it was E40's cookbook, Snoop Dogg's cookbook, and then this random white lady who's on Instagram who has a real Southern accent, and it just sounds like, oh, you listen to someone like people cook on Instagram, they don't sound like they season their food, and she's heavy handed and she's white, and it's like, okay, this white lady
I
knows what
love
she's.
seasoning. It's like,
Hmm.
ooh. I'm a big bag. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I'm going to Japan on Monday. Do you want to know the first thing I'm gonna do when I land? Go to this one ramen place that I've been looking at for the past
Hmm.
6 months. I want to eat. And they like, girl, go to 7-Eleven when you go to Japan because it's a whole different type of
Oh
Yeah.
experience.
yeah.
So I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna have my Pepto Bismol with me, all the stuff I had need from America for your stomach, cause baby, I'm not playing no games. I might get some frog legs off that motherfucker.
One thing I do want to
Might as
do if I ever go
well.
to Japan is I want to get some octopus on that
Yes.
because like I tried it here and it's like so, but I've heard it's so much better over there.
Hmm.
And I'm like, oh, I want to try. I want to try. It is some other stuff that they cook over there they don't cook here because the way they slice everything. Because I'm not the biggest. It's like some raw fish I can do, but there's some raw fish that it just doesn't
Yeah, you're
sit right
right.
with me.
That's why
And
I'm
like,
gonna bring my stomach medicine, cause I'm
yeah,
like, I don't know what's
Hmm.
is it called what do they call it when they fry it? They cook it.
tempura.
I loved
I
like,
love
oh
tempura.
my God,
Hmm.
and
Me too.
eel. Oh my God, I want me some eel.
The eel sauce. The eel
Oh
sauce.
my God,
Yes.
eel
You
is
We
know what?
so.
hungry as hell.
What I haven't had in a while was shark.
Oh my
That
I
God.
don't
actually
think I
tastes
ever
really
had.
good. It tastes really good.
I haven't had shark in a while either. Oh my
Hmm.
God. We done went down a rabbit hole of food. Oh
Hmm.
my, but no, like I love a lot of food, but because like I don't like one certain food, it like eliminates so many darn things. And like
Yeah.
I have this like I don't like chocolate, but I have stuff like that's chocolate at my house, but it's for other people. And it's like,
Hmm.
yeah, I don't like chocolate, Miss Mystique.
Hmm.
You
I
know,
can't.
I don't like dark chocolate. It's a little bitter.
I don't like any.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
true.
like any. Like if it's something that has
I have
chocolate
to
in
be in
it,
a mood for chocolate. I'm not
I
gonna
need
lie.
something to cover
Yeah.
the taste up so much that I don't taste it.
You're right. I have to
Yeah.
like I like Ferrero Rocher. You know, I like
Yeah.
my little few little what is it, Lipton, the little red, they like balls and they come in a little glitter.
Oh, that was my favorite. Yeah.
Right, those they like melt in your mouth. I have to, but I still have to be in the mood. Like if you bring me a chocolate cake for my birthday, I'm about to be pissed. Like I'm not
Mhm.
eating that. Like thank you, but where's the tres leches or like the
Right.
tiramisu? Like I'll eat a tiramisu though. It just depends on what kind of chocolate it is, because it's so
Yeah.
rich. It's so like it hits you in your face.
I'm gonna tell you this.
Yeah.
So like, because everybody knows I don't like chocolate, and I was having a birthday party at a strip club, and they made it about me, whatever. And someone else bought the cake, but then when it came time for the cake, it was a big old chocolate cake. They brought me
Ugh.
on stage just because someone give me a lap dance, and
Ooh,
bless her soul, Cali Caliente took the cake
Kelly.
and she just smashed it in my face because she knew good and well I wasn't gonna eat it. And so
It worked, hey.
it worked perfectly, but it's just weird because I'm getting like there's a picture that I'm getting a lap dance. I can't say anything because the cake is all over my face and it's just dripping down on my shirt now at this point. And it's like I can't see who's dancing on me. I know at least I know that it's it is a
It's
female.
somebody
It's a
At
with
least.
a
female.
nice small round ass.
I'm like,
Hmm.
and I had to say thank you because I wasn't gonna eat this crap. But yeah.
I get that. See, for
Oh,
me, I think like the only thing that I won't try is live food, you know?
Oh no, I'm not
Because
into
like
it.
I've seen some where I'm just like, okay, that's not happening.
I
I know
mean,
that there's a certain octopus.
Yeah, I
I
seen
think
that
they
too.
serve it in Japan,
I seen it.
and I'm
He was
like,
just
oh,
rolling up. They was just the
what about
barnacles just.
what about seeing it? What about seeing it getting boiled to death?
I don't want to do that.
Octopus.
They be
I
making
mean lobster.
noise.
Lobster.
They
yeah.
make noise. It's sad. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I
Like
mean, there's a way to kill it humanely, you know, right between
yeah,
the
away
eyes.
from me.
Just
Away
kill it
from me.
right away, and then bam.
Like
I'm
I
not
don't
about to be no suspect or no murder.
Right?
I don't want like
I wasn't there. I
this is
can
why I can't go to
imagine.
restaurants and get lobster or whatever because like some places let you pick out the lobster. Like you walk in, you say, "Yeah, I want that one." It's like the lobster walk in and see you point at him, and he's like, "Really, B word?
Oh fuck.
Really, B
But see,
word?"
here's the thing: when we spend all the money going to get all that stuff, we could literally do that shit at home
Yeah,
and we could be
Mhm.
filming it and making some money. That's how I
Exactly.
feel about it. As long as I like, and them recipes, the way the world is set up now, there is you could change a tire on going on YouTube. You could literally start your car from YouTube. Like the world is so
Mhm.
informational. Like it's just ridiculous. You can learn how to do eyelashes. You don't even need a class.
Mhm.
You can
The
learn how to do
time to
stock
do your
trading from
makeup.
it. Like anything, everything, and everybody. What that shows me is that people are not only willing to learn, willing to teach. People are willing to learn. Before we just
Mhm.
thought we knew everything. I don't know.
yeah.
It wasn't so accessible information. Like
Mhm.
you can literally learn a new trade for free. It just depends on how obsessive you are, and just keep
Mhm.
watching the videos. Just keep, and
Exactly.
you don't gotta pay a dime. You just gotta pay on invest in yourself. It's just crazy. The
Mhm.
only thing I will say about that though, just to kind of flip the switch a little bit, is there is no recipe for being a porn star.
I know.
Like if y'all don't fucking stop asking. Like it,
Mhm.
this is probably the only like music probably is different because you could do a feature with somebody. Like if me, you, and him was doing a feature and we said, okay, we're gonna have Cardi B or like
Mhm.
Bruno Mars or Drake, I don't know, Kendrick.
Mhm.
You know it's gonna get some play because we made the right play. Porn not
Exactly.
like that. Like you could shoot with Sarah, you could shoot with I. We think you fly, we think you're great, but we cannot. We could promote it to death, guys.
Mhm.
But it's the fans gonna go with what they go with.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
Mhm.
I just want to flip the switch a
Yeah.
little bit because it all ties into everything. It's just like
Yeah, because you're right. You're right because it's hard sometimes because some people might love blah blah performer, but then you're like, I don't really want to sit here and work with her though.
Yeah. I've heard that too. And I will say another thing as far as the learning how to get into the industry. males, penis havers, stop asking the pussy havers. Like, I don't know how to brand a penis, you know? Like, I know how to sell what I have. So if another girl or whatever asks me to like, oh, how do I get in? What do I do? I can tell her or them, you know? But if they don't have a pussy, I'm just like, I honestly, I don't know. You know, I feel like that's one of the things where people have to realize is like, find someone who looks like you and is in the niches that you actually want to do, and honestly pay them to learn from them, you know.
This part.
Yeah, exactly, because it's like I don't know, like I don't know how to sell cock, but I know how to sell pussy.
And don't need no help selling it neither. So stop asking to manage you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah. Can I be your manager?
This
Because
like
I'm,
manicure is crazy.
and then you ask them for references. Yeah, I have this girl, and then you look the girl up, whatever, and like she does nothing at all,
He
and
been
just
nowhere fast. And then it's like, all right, if you my manager, you must have some management up fees for this. So you must about to do these next three productions that cost. Okay. Okay. 'Cause
Exactly.
have you ever thought about manage?
Mhm.
Okay, you can manage me. Okay, you must got some goddamn money to put up front so I can get this work done because this shit costs money, honey.
Exactly.
Locations,
Exactly.
makeup, hair, outfits. People don't understand.
Mhm.
Like, we don't wear the same outfits twice. If we do, that's just because nobody's seen it. It's like this thing not coming out. I'm about to go on live tonight. So,
Exactly.
and and what you just said is like I take pictures of humans, and it's like sometimes I purchase the outfits. And it's mainly because I don't want you to use something that I'm shooting with you, like to bring something that you might want to save for an actual scene, whatever.
right.
And then I'm like, and then you can take it, like
Mhm.
take pictures. Like if you want to use it again, somewhat that's on you. But like I had like after you put it after like I was telling my friend who, because I have a box of just of outfits that pile up because. For example, let's say I was shooting you, okay, and you're wearing black right now. So let's say I wanted to shoot you in the outfit you're wearing right now. I would buy black, pink, white, and yellow. So you have 3 or 4 different to pick from. And we might only use the black one. So that means I
Mhm.
have 3 other ones that are just there now. I have no use for them. So I put them in a box. And like I'm like, I have this big old box. Please take from here and use it somewhere else. Because I have no use for them now. And it's like that piles up.
Exactly.
And but the thing is like, please use it on a scene somewhere so people can say,
Mhm.
"Oh, that looks sexy." You know, people don't
Mhm.
It's
people
the
don't
thing
know.
people don't consider. I just feel like, because it'd be like, well, can you put me on? I want to be a porn star. First of all, that's so cliche to me to be like porn star. Like, first of all, let's start like what you just getting in the industry. Like, you want to do porn, like a scene or two, because the porn star language has gotten so watered down.
Mhm.
Everybody is a porn star. There was a time you could not be considered a porn star unless you done did your work, you done grind it, you're a star. Now
Yeah.
everybody do one scene, it's like I'm a porn star. So the word in itself, the terminology in itself has been watered down. And I just feel like a lot of people don't understand what it really takes for longevity. And like for you to continue to like for yo at one point your name make you money, not so much the action of you having sex. And it's just like your name in itself brings you opportunities and money. Cause at some point I mean, it's okay to be free and want to feel good and that fuck and it feels great. But it is a business, and I think people some at some point maybe they think it's easy. It's still a job. It's a profession. So I think
Mhm.
people think they don't know or they just like overlook that part of it. Or
Exactly.
I think, and I've said this before, like because people come on here, like majority are porn performers. I use that word when they're on the podcast performers, and I say porn stars. But when I'm talking about this, I say porn stars. It's because
Mhm.
like people don't want to feel like they're lesser than if you say performer. And it's just like back because like I started in porn doing stuff in the industry in 2008 when you had like a big distinction between people who were considered stars and starlets or whatever, and they made a like say made a distinction in saying this is a new starlet and someone
Mhm.
like coming up whatever
Mhm.
in the ranks, and then it's just like so now you got everybody. It's like okay. I'm a porn star, even though I've only shot one scene with who. Like, and don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna down anybody's agency or company, whatever. And it's an independent company. It's like you shot one scene with one independent company, and you're saying you're this and that, whatever. But if you walk up to a random person on the street who's an avid porn watcher, they've never heard of you. They've never, and you ask 10 people who avid porn stars from around the USA, whatever, they've never heard of you. You're not a porn star
Mm,
yet. You're a performer. You gotta get your, get your P's and Q's in order to get to where you just said, where like people say, oh, that's Ebony Mystique. Okay, we gotta give her all the money in the world because she's the SHIT.
mm-hmm. Because that's a star right there, you
That's
know?
a star.
Same for you, Sarah. How do you feel about that? Just like I don't know. I just like to give dues when it's paid, when it's due. Like I don't know. Like me per se, I don't call myself no legend. I don't even call myself no star. It's just I'm
Mm-hmm.
Ebony Mystique. I feel like the people that I'm around, and not to take nothing from me or my
Mm-hmm.
words, it's just flowers. It's levels. It's like
Yeah,
being courteous and respecting the
absolutely.
game.
Because that's how I think is like both porn performer and porn star. For me, it's kind of the same thing, as long as it's not someone who is being. I've had someone be rude about it and see that I'm a porn star, and they gonna be like, go and film a scene, not even a real scene, and then post that on Pornhub, and like, oh, I'm a porn star now. This, and that. I'm like, honey, let me sit you down and explain. Like, filming one sex tape does not make you a porn star.
And just
Yes, you are
because
a porn
just
performer.
because you're signed with the agency doesn't make you a porn star either.
Absolutely.
That's what.
But this person, mind you, she was a dancer at the same club that I was at. I had just come back from traveling and I was filming a lot. And then basically she overheard that I was a porn star and stuff. She went and took a customer home, filmed with him just on her phone and stuff, obviously didn't clean up the background or anything. So he is a military service member, or at least he was. That uniform was on the floor. His last name was on that uniform. So she got him in trouble. And I'm
Mm-mm.
like, I'm sorry, but I understand what you're doing, but you have to understand that there's so much more to just turning on the camera and fucking somebody.
There's so
You
much more.
know? Yeah. So I'm just like, girl, because of what you just did, he lost his benefits. He lost out on his career. So we have to, as even as amateur people, they have to understand that there is so much that does go to this. Like the backgrounds are set up a certain way. There's no logos for a reason, stuff like that. And I'm just like, okay, just understand that filming things doesn't necessarily make you a star. You're a performer.
And you're an independent contractor.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So
At the
it's
end
like,
of the day, people
uh,
think forgot you got to pay taxes on that
yeah.
hit girl.
Mm-hmm.
You
Because
never know
but
what.
that was the only time where I was like, wait, no, no, no. You're not a porn star. You're not a porn star. You're actually someone who got someone else legally in trouble.
Well, it's just like so many people come in and think, okay, I'm gonna get rich quick. I'm gonna do one scene, two scenes, make a cool meal, and then I'm done.
No, we're not
Yeah,
no get
the
rich
laugh
quick
you
schemes.
just the laugh you just did.
Mhm.
I'm sure you heard that before. People think that it's that easy.
They
But
really do.
at the end
They
of the
really
day,
do.
it's a job like any other, and it is a career unlike any other.
Yeah, I've heard dudes, and I've heard dudes say, "I got a big dick. I can do porn." Like
Hmm.
just because you got
Yeah.
a this there's a lot of dicks in the world, but just because you got a dick doesn't mean you can act on camera
Mhm.
with your dick. You
That
you
part.
and like you might put your dick into some of these porn performers in the way that you're supposed to do, and you don't know how to cheat out. You don't know how to play to the camera. And then like you can have a big dick, but can you keep it hard when you have to pose and stuff like that and like
And the stop and go and stop and go. They
This
don't
part.
they don't understand that we be doing that.
do you do
Not every
you
scene is run all the way through.
do you know like yeah. How much test cost?
Exactly.
Oh my God, how much
If you
test
don't
cost?
know how much a test costs, you're not really a full performer yet.
I'm sorry. I just I
I
just
mean, unless it's solo content, that's a little
I
different.
paid
But
for a
like,
test recently, so I'm a little bitter about that. How much that was?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, we gotta do every 7 to 14 days.
yeah, exactly. I just got retested today.
This part, stay safe
Hmm.
out there. Well, I definitely love talking to y'all. We've spent so much time having
So
so much fun. I love your podcast.
so where can
Um,
where can everybody find you, get all your stuff and everything?
oh, you guys can Google me. I'm not too far away, but Ebony Mystique, that's my name, and you can just Google me.
Hmm.
I'm not too far away. And I love love, so if you need some, I got some to give. No need to be greedy. I got enough to be the needy.
I love
Yeah.
Real,
that.
real
Yes.
quick, where
Yeah.
can I find you, Sarah Lace?
You guys can find me on iamsarahleigh.com. All of my links and my social medias will be on there.
Everybody, make sure you've looked at all of our stuff. It's on burbankmisfits.com. This is everything we do, and we look forward to seeing all the great things that Miss Mystique does because she's a great,
Yes.
she's a goddess, and
Mhm.
everybody should recognize the goddessness that she is,
Oh,
and
thank
show
you.
her all the
That's
love.
amazing. You guys are so amazing. Sarah is that girl. You definitely that guy. And
Yeah.
I love to come back soon. Hopefully I see you all in Chicago for
Oh,
Exotic.
I'll definitely see
We
you
will
Yeah,
there.
I promise.
Oh,
I
be well,
Mhm.
everybody. Stay blessed. BSG, thank you very much for setting this up, and be well, everybody. We'll talk to y'all next week.
promise.